Reports about a school lockdown, it frightened many parents and students this morning. All Roanoke County schools were told to shelter in place after a domestic dispute at a home in the county. 10 News reporter Colter Anstedt's live outside Cave Spring Middle School this afternoon. Colter, you spoke to a parent. What did he have to say?
Yeah, Patrick, Brett Dries was not happy about the lack of communication from police or the school district. This is video of the Brambleton Avenue entrance to Cave Spring Middle School around 8:30 this morning. The school district did send out a robocall to parents in the district, alerting them that schools were on lockdown. Dries said he called the school and police and no one would tell him anything, so he came here to the school thinking there may be an active shooter. He says he found out that something was going on because he got a text from his son here at the middle school.
He was telling me that they had the boys in the boys' locker room, the girls in the girls' locker room, and that it was hot and they were scared and they were crying.
Dries says he hopes or he wishes that the school district would let parents know where they can get more information about these situations for when these situations happen in the future. Later this afternoon, I will be speaking to a spokesperson for Roanoke County Schools. I will have more on this story tonight starting at 10 News at 5. For now, though, live in Roanoke County, Colter Anstett, 10 News, working for you.
Colter, will see you at 5. Thank you. Hurricane Dorian, it was downgraded overnight to a Category 4 storm, but still quite intense. It made landfall on North Carolina's Outer Banks, but now you can see all that rain. It is coming back toward the shore and affecting the folks along the East Coast all the way up into parts of New England. And that forced rain and wind, it is continuing to hit cities like Ocean City, Maryland. Look at those fierce waves that folks there are seeing this afternoon. Jay Gray's been tracking this storm all the way down from Florida up the East Coast. He's in Wilmington, North Carolina with the latest.
Hey there, want to give you an update on what's going on right now here in Wilmington. We're still seeing some winds gusting at times 30-40 miles an hour tops. The rain has stopped, thankfully, after what was a long night. Driving rains for hours, very intense wind gusts here. Now with daylight, people getting out, kind of assessing the damage here. We do have some standing water, some flooding in some areas. We also have seen tree limbs down, the facades of signs and some buildings in the roadways here, but really along the Carolinas, as they start to clean up and the storm starts to move away, officials, including the governor, warning, don't let your guard down just yet.
Stay home and safe. Don't drive through standing or moving water. If the road is covered with water, turn around. Don't risk your life or the lives of first responders.
Now, coastal communities to the north are going to continue to feel the effects of this storm well into the weekend. So Dorian finally and thankfully on its way out, but not leaving without a fight.
Listen for tornado watches and warnings, because that certainly can happen.
That's the latest here in Wilmington. I'm Jay Gray. Back to you now.
A few dozen local swiftwater rescue crews are in southeastern Virginia right now, ready to help if needed. Crews from Roanoke, Salem, and Franklin County geared up and left last night. They're bringing boats, supplies, and other tools to help with disaster relief. Crews also deployed from Bedford County and Lynchburg. They're expecting to stay there for 3 or 4 days, depending on the track of the storm. In the Bahamas, where Dorian struck as a Category 5 and left all of this damage behind, people there are being told to prepare for the unimaginable as the death toll now rises to 30. U.S. Coast Guard teams have been helping the rescue effort in the islands, pulling more than 200 people to safety so far. While there have been moments of happiness and relief, those on the islands face an unimaginable road to recovery. The World Food Program estimates about 60,000 people may be in dire need of food relief.
Lost everything. So right now, we just in survival mode right now.
It literally looked like we were bombed. Everything in Abaco is gone.
More help is on the way today to try to bring some of that relief. Chris Michaels joins us now with an update on this storm that made landfall, and the good news is it's finally starting to move away from the coast.
Finally, it's been a named storm for 2 weeks now.
Wow.
Or as of tomorrow will be officially 2 weeks. So today, 13 days. So it's been a long time we've been talking about this. Made a brief landfall at Cape Hatteras in North Carolina earlier today as a Category 1 hurricane. That's the second landfall in North Carolina in under a year. You have to think Florence was just around this time last year. But now the eye is offshore, but the impacts still remain. Quite a bit of heavy rain in the Virginia Tidewater, also in the northeastern corner of North Carolina. Near record flooding going on right now in Cape Hatteras as all that water from the Sound is being pushed back onto land. Here at home, it's a little breezy, but all things considered, things are actually nice out there. Wind speeds anywhere from about 5 to 15 miles per hour, every now and then gusting above that. Now that the storm is moving offshore, we're tracking humidity levels as we head into the weekend and whether or not we need to make any adjustment to our weekend plans. We'll let you know coming up in just about 12 minutes.
Hampton University and Newport News is stepping up to help students in the Bahamas affected by Dorian. The university says it's partnering with the University of the Bahamas to allow students who have been displaced by the storm to take classes this fall on its campus tuition free. Those students will also receive free room and board for the semester. They'll have the option to stay at Hampton after the semester's over, but they will then have to start paying. Stay up to date on Dorian's latest track, and to find out how you can help those affected by the storm, head over to our website, WSLS.com. And if you haven't already, download the 10 News mobile app. Police are investigating a false report of a malicious wounding. Lynchburg police say 27-year-old Ronnie Moore IV reported that he was shot in the foot. Upon further investigation, they determined he shot himself. Moore and 40-year-old Linda Harden are charged with filing a false police report. Moore is also charged with possession of a stolen firearm by a convicted felon. He's being held without bond in the Lynchburg Detention Center. Harden has been released on bond. Police find the suspect who they say robbed a CVS store over the weekend. Vinton police have charged 30-year-old Joshua Lamb in connection with the weekend robbery at the CVS on Hardy Road. He's charged with robbery and use or display of a firearm during a felony. 2 teachers from Southwest Virginia are up for Teacher of the Year. Amy Mallow is second grade teacher at Huddleston Elementary in Bedford County. Andrea Johnson is 12th grade English teacher and college prep teacher at Salem High School. Next month, the panel will interview all 8 of the nominees to select the 2020 Virginia Teacher of the Year. That decision will be announced on October 7th. Tonight, high school football continues, and many players around the country are dreaming of achieving wins in championships. But one player is looking to make a different kind of history this year. Alicia Dickerson is the only female player on the football team at her high school near Richmond, and only the second in Powhatan football history. Football isn't new to Alicia. She's been playing for 5 years.
Treat her just like everyone else, and in drills and everything, they're very encouraging, and she just fits in right with everybody.
She hits her dreams with full force and hopes her history-making run sends a message to other girls. Still to come, college classes are back in full swing. How you can save money on textbooks this school year.